Forms. So the next one we have share, and for share we can decide that we want to send this through a link. So we can decide to use this link, or we can even decide to shorten the link that we have in Zoho Form, and we can also decide to use a QR code, and this QR code can be added on your website so that when people scan the QR code, is going to take them into this form we have created. So you can click on download to download the QR code, and the QR code is going to be added in your computer, and you can add that QR code into your website. You can also decide that you want to share their pre-filled form, or you can even track referrals if you want. You can put this form in the link on your website to track referrals, and you can also add in, remember the pre-fill form we did, you can also generate the pre-fill form in here. So when you are done with that, you just click on whatever link you want to use and just send it out to people. So you can decide that you want to share to specific users in your organization. So you want to share privately to only some specific users in your organization. If this is a sensitive form, you can decide to share to certain users in your organization and not share to everyone, but I need a paid plan to do that. So I'm just going to go to groups. I can share with groups also. If there's a group like a marketing group or a sales group or HR group, I can decide to just share to only them, and I can decide that, you know what, I want to share to all users, and I also need to upgrade for that. And you can also decide to embed this form on your website. So for tutorial sake, I'm going to show you how to embed this form on my Zoho site. So I'm using Zoho site actually, and I can even embed directly on my Zoho site. It's going to go to my Zoho site account, but I'm just going to do this like as if I am not using Zoho site and I'm using another one, so I can show you how it works. So you can decide to embed iframe, you can embed JavaScript, you can embed the hyperlink, you can embed the lightbox pop-up form, whichever one you want, and you can decide to embed the HTML or CSS. You can generate the code for the for it. And if you're using WordPress or if you're using Zoho site, you can just connect directly to it. You do not need to copy the code. They will help you solve this. So you just follow the instruction and embed it. So let me log into my Zoho site. So I am in my Zoho site already. I'm just going to go into my pages, and I want to choose a page that is dormant. So I'm just going to pick something. Let me pick this. So I can decide to pick this, and let's edit the content, and it's going to take me to my page. Okay, so I am going to come back into Zoho Forms in here, and I'm going to go back to, I can use iframe, or I can use HTML or CSS. So you have to check which one your website is accepting, and remember that this is the same method we use for whether you're using for Wix, or you're using for Squarespace, or you're using for any of the website builder. You can use that. So I want to use iframe, so I'm just going to come to iframe, and I'm going to copy this iframe code, and when I click on copy, and I'm going to go back to my site, and I can come into my site in here, and I can add in another element. So I'm going to look for iframe. So when you enter the editor page of your website, you just look for iframe, or you look for code snippets, whichever one your site is using. So if you're using iframe, make sure you come back into Zoho Forms and copy iframe. Please do not copy HTML and use it in iframe. It is not going to work. You have to make sure that if you are copying iframe, you are using iframe in your Zoho in your site. So let's go back to my Zoho site, and I'll just drag in iframe here. So I'm going to copy the code in here, and when I copy the code in here, I can also decide to increase the height, and I can increase the width. But since we do not know how it looks like yet, let's just click on OK. And when I click on OK, my code is going to be added. As you can see, it has added that form in here. I can also decide to edit this code in here, and I can make the height of my form longer. So let's just look for height. Yeah, so as you can see, my height is 500 pixel, and I can say I want to make it 1500 pixel because I want it to cover the old form. So I click on OK, and my form has been added. So people can be able to go into this form and they can be able to fill in this form on our website. So you can do this for whichever form you have, and you can also decide to edit the width, and if you feel the width is too long, you can change this from 99% and you can change it to maybe 79%. Let's see how that works. And when you click on OK, as you can see, it reduced my form. So you can also do the same thing for other ones. Let's just change it back to 99 and you click on OK, and that has been changed. You click on publish, this form is going to show up on your website page. So let me show you how to add the code snippet also. So if you're not using iframe for your website and you're using code snippet, this is how this is going to work. So you can also copy the JavaScript code. So I come into Zoho and I add in this code and I click on OK. And when I click on OK, as you can see, this code is going to show up when my page has been published. So let me just add in another element here to separate this. So I'm going to add in a divider so I can separate both of them. And I'll just click on down. Okay. Then I click on publish. So if you are using JavaScript also, you can just copy your JavaScript code. Just click on copy code here and just come back into your Zoho website here. So when you come back to your Zoho site, just click on the particular page you want to add this in, and as you can see, I've added it already. And where is it? Okay, it's down here. So this is it, and I've added the code. You just click on edit, and when you click on edit, you can be able to copy your JavaScript code in here. So if you want to adjust anything, and you know how to edit the code, you just edit the whatever part you want to edit, so to make the form whatever it is you want to add. You click on OK, and when you click on OK, make sure you publish your website for this to work. So when you click on publish, it is going to take you to the page where it says your changes has been published. Then you can go back to your site, and when you click on your site, you are going to see in here the form you have added. So you remember that from the JavaScript and the iframe code that we added, we added a divider. So the divider that it's here, this one is for iframe, and this one is for for JavaScript code. So the JavaScript code do not even need you to update your height or your width or anything. It's just bringing in the old form the way it is. And as you can see, this is our iframe here, and it's also the same thing as the JavaScript code. So that is how to embed your Zoho form on your website.